Hi everyone, welcome back. We're with finance, relationships, and Reddit, and today we've got a story from Am I the Asshole? Are you ready? Having just a drink immediately beforehand.
I didn't know I was supposed to be coming in now. I was expecting you to just get straight into the story. Go.
Okay, am I the asshole for hiring a cleaning service and paying for it out of my wife's budget? My wife is a stay-at-home mom. We have two children, 10 and 12. I pay all the bills, put money aside for the kids' education, emergencies, savings, vacations, retirement, etc. Then, whatever is left, I split 50-50 with my wife. Recently, she has decided that I do not do enough around the house and she wants me to start doing more chores. I asked if we were going to split up all the chores again. What I mean is the kids have their chores, she has hers, and I have mine. So if she wants me to do more, I want mine redistributed as well. I think she can mow the lawn and do the yard work and house maintenance. This is not what she wants. She wants me to take on more of the chores we agreed would be hers, on top of earning all the money and all the chores I currently have. I asked her what she wanted me to do. She gave me a list. I hired a cleaning service and paid for it out of our budget before splitting the fund money. She says that I'm an asshole and being financially abusive. I think it's a fair compromise. And that's it.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, short and sweet. Yeah, it's quite funny, really. Imagine vice versa. She goes and if she starts taking on the yard work, and then she sends him a bill for I got the the lawn mowed, I got the hedge trimmed, But look, the garden's looking good, Look on the right side, right? It's just so fun. It's just so funny, the fact that she actually was on. He was like, you know what? I'm not gonna have an argument about this. I'm not gonna have a discussion about it. I'm just gonna hire a cleaner. Did she not realize the cleaner was coming?
I don't know. It doesn't say. But I think the best part about this, right? So this was posted literally 10 hours ago, so it's fresh. The funniest part about it is she's a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
Kids are 10 and 12. Unless she's homeschooling them, which I'm assuming not, because I think if that was
That's
the
a very
case,
important detail.
if that was the case, he would have put it in. I'm assuming they're in school. Why does she need someone else to take on more chores? And was she in the kitchen doing the dishes one day and just magical cleaning service people came in and she was like, oh, happening just mid dish clean?
My guess is what happened is he got them. He said to her that they're coming, and then she expected him to pay it out of his fund money. There's an interesting one here, he's not even taking it out of her fund money. He's taking it out of 50-50 fund money.
The bills, yeah.
No.
I think it's fair.
I think the fact that we've got here is just completely backwards, right? A discussion should have been had, but it is kind of funny.
Well, the discussion was had. They just didn't come to any conclusion on either side, clearly. She came to the conclusion my husband will do more chores. He came to the conclusion I have money and I will hire someone to do my chores. Which, by the way, kind of not really fair enough.
But I have a really weird one here. It's sort of, if someone's going to be a stay-at-home parent, they should be working hour-wise and effort-wise, not necessarily at the same time and completely aligned, but overall the hours should add up per week at the same amount as the other working party is. So if he is able to work, let's say he's doing a 9 to 5, 5 days a week, then she should be working 9 to 5, 5 days a week, doing anything house related or anything family related. So if that means picking up the kids, that needs to be included. If you include, pack lunches included. If you need to taking the kids to sports activities included. But that also means maybe you're going to say, well, she's going to take from, 2 to 4 off when the kids are work, but then she's going to work 5 to 7 making dinner, right? Whatever. But essentially, it should be roughly the same. And if she is having to work longer than a 9 to 5, then a choice should happen. Either they should pay for someone to come in and do the extra cleaning.
Which I'm all for.
Sure. Or they should be doing it 50-50. So it becomes 9 to 5, both of them usual. And then when he comes home, he does half an hour extra cleaning, and then she does half an hour extra cleaning.
The real question here is how big is their freaking house?
Yeah, it's a bit Like, how were you managing before? Like, imagine when they were like 2 and 3, or like imagine when they were, in primary school. I mean, they're 10 and 14 now, right?
10 and 12.
10 and 12. I love how I got the name that you just completely wrong. 10 and, I actually had written them down as well. 10 and 12. Don't even look at my notes. Yeah, so they're both. I mean, suppose the 10-year-old's not quite at high school, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because even though the hours are slightly longer in high school, they're not that like longer enough that you wouldn't have time during the day doing
I mean,
like
I
what are they
think
doing?
it is admirable how they have managed to set it up where, like, they are. I think it's the perfect way they've done it. That all expenses come out of the account. I think he says he pays for this, he pays for that. I don't think that's the terminology is wrong there. It's we pay for this all out of one joint
Yeah.
account, and then we split the money 50-50 into our
Yes.
fun money
So
accounts.
he says very much I. So he says I pay all the bills, put
Yeah.
money aside for blah blah blah, and then whatever is left, I split 50-50 with my wife.
Yeah, it's like you're somehow, oh, I'm the king, look at me giving down. I'm such a gifter. Look at me, I give all this money. But in actual reality, that's like she could say the exact same thing, but when it came to housework
Yeah.
and looking after the kids. So the terminology is wrong, but I think the way they've set it up is very, very good overall. But it is a bit bizarre. And it's a bit funny how the outcome is.
So the most relevant comment is not the asshole. What does your wife do all day? Fair enough question. The kids are at school, and unless your house is a massive, you have to see how this is spelled. Mahoosive massive mansion full of pets. I cannot see what she does. And so OP answered,
Oh, interesting. He's actually answered that.
hmm she takes a lot of classes, silversmithing, pottery, Greek, that sort of thing. Hey, it's learning and development, man. Gotta take
I mean,
care of
that's
them.
just.
Gotta take care. I actually think that's fine to do like classes during the day and all of that stuff if you have extra time on your hands
Yeah,
to
no.
make yourself better and all of that. Like
Well,
the pursuit of the pursuit of being bettering yourself is very noble.
I think it's fantastic, and I think like the scenario gave, if she takes from 2 to 4 off, but then she works from 5 to 7, making dinner or whatever, and then she decides to do it from that 2 to 4, and she's like, I want to go and do my pottery class, whatever. Of course, absolutely, it's your money, your fun money, and it's your it's your time. It's quite funny.
You're saying you'd rather go to a Greek class than like load up the dishwasher or something. Like you think it's a necessity for your husband to do that, even though like that was not the arrangement. And I think his answer was very reasonable of like, well, let's redistribute all the chores if I'm gonna have some more. And she was like, no, just take some of mine.
It's very bold what she's asked for.
It would be really interesting to see like what she's asked for because maybe it might be just like literally, could you puff the cushions before you
Yeah,
leave
right.
the house? Just like, could you like
Or
make the bed when you
just
leave the
take the
bed?
trash out, would you? Yeah.
It's just like, oh, I can't believe you're making me do more chores.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see her side of the story, if she was saying, "Am I the asshole for asking for less my husband to take on more chores?"
Yeah, and turns out the silversmithing and pottery classes are actually like her business.
Yeah, like actually, and he just got it, like, called them hobbies.
My wife's hobbies. It's like she's CEO of like a small business.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was a fun one. I enjoyed that one.
So judgment.
I mean, I don't think you can call him the asshole, right? I think, like, I always have, like, I always like to by default defend the person who isn't speaking, or who isn't saying the story, because you're only hearing one side of the story. But it's looking pretty damning. But it could turn around. But
I
it's
think
interesting.
nobody's the asshole. I think you just need to talk to each other because
Oh yeah, the situation of, like, why she's annoyed is like that's just you guys being idiots. But I think it seems a very bold request from her.
fair enough, fair enough.